Alrighty, what's up everybody? My peeps, how's it going, you sexy bitches? Peter Joseph here for a Monday evening video, right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down there, you know where it is in the description box below on this channel and my other channels as well. Show your love and support to those channels. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media if you dare. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. But it gotta be real. If you're not, get out, get a life. And also, don't forget to leave a comment if you wish. But if you leave stupid comments, you go bye-bye. You're out of here. Go get a life. Go fuck yourself. And don't forget to turn on all notifications. Hit that bell and turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because if you miss anything, you missed it. And I can't help you. So cry me a river if you missed anything. But I'm not going to help you. So you can go fuck yourself. And that's pretty much it. So like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish. But be respectful. And if you can't be respectful, then get out of here. Go do that shit on somebody else's channel. See what happens to you. Or do it on your own channel and watch Nobody Cares. But I digress. I digress with that. Can't act your age, then get off the internet. Simple as that. Simple as that. You can't be real, then don't be on the internet. Don't be on social media. Just live your life, but just don't act like a schmuck on YouTube or any other social media platform you go on. That's the way it is. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this Monday evening, we got Raw coming up in about a half hour. Should be a great show. And we'll see what happens with all that. We got Chad Gable and Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title in Sami's hometown of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, So, hopefully we won't see a Montreal Screwjob 3. But, we'll see what happens with that. A lot of stuff coming out of WWE right now. Drew McIntyre. His contract is coming up in about 5-6 weeks, but I read on Ringside News that he's kind of starting the contract renegotiation process, so we'll see if he resigns. Don't know about that. Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, who are now taking a hiatus right now, their contracts come up in June, so don't know what's going to happen with them. Mommy Rhea Ripley, big news on her that she has a injury. I don't know if it's her wrist or what it is, but there are rumors saying that Mommy Rhea Ripley could possibly vacate her World Women's Championship due to injury, which will really suck for her and for, going forward. She's over 1 year reign as champ. And it would just suck to end on a, not even a technicality, but, an injury. We've seen that many times with guys like Punk, Batista, Edge, Danielson. So many guys, they win the title, next thing you know, they hold it for a few months, boom, they get injured. They have to vacate it, which sucks. Thankfully, Roman didn't get hurt, during that 1,316-day reign, and same thing with Walter. But... so we got that. Roman, has been doing interviews, talking about stuff, but we're just waiting for him to come back, whenever that might be. So, but I still think it's going to be by SummerSlam, so by late July and August, he'll be back to kick some ass. And hopefully get that belt back by WrestleMania 41. But we'll see what happens with that. Cody will probably be on the show to bore us half to death. And, we'll see what happens with that, and, we'll see what happens. We got Liv Morgan probably doing something with Rhea Ripley. There'll probably be a match coming up at Backlash in France for the women's title. We already know Cody's going to be either facing Eli Drake or AJ Styles, who, in their match coming up on this Friday night on SmackDown for the Undisputed World title, WWE title, Roman's belt, basically. We got that, and we'll see what happens with Poppy Priest, the champ of Raw tonight. So, lots of stuff going on tonight, and hopefully later tonight I will be doing my Raw review right here on the channel. So stay tuned later tonight. But it should be a great show, and we'll see what happens with that. Alright, hope everybody had a great Monday. Very nice and warm day today in New York City. It was just amazing. I had a great time today going out to the park and doing what I had to do. Had some errands to run, but it was just an amazing day. It's 68 degrees right now. Could it be 69? Damn. But anyway, it's going to be a very nice night. Tomorrow's going to be 73 again, and then down the drain it goes for a little bit. And then maybe by early next week, it'll get back up to about 63, 65 as we hit the near the end of this great month of April, going into the beautiful month of May. And summer is creeping up in a little bit, guys. Summer, pretty much about 2 months away. But the unofficial start of summer, Memorial Day, is coming up in about a month from now. So summer is fast approaching, so we'll get there. And we're gonna, hopefully, we have a great summer. Some people will be going on vacation. And others who will just be enjoying their summer doing nothing. Or doing something, at least. But we'll see what happens with all that. But hopefully everybody has a great, is having a great Monday, going into Monday evening or Monday afternoon, wherever you may be on the West Coast. But hopefully you had a great day, and if not, well, hopefully tomorrow is better for you. And if not, that's too bad for you. Alright, really quickly, want to get to this video. As the title below says, it is time for your late and out-of-date AEW Collision and Battle of the Belts 10 review. For this past Saturday, April the 13th, 2024. And we are emanating from the Truist Arena in Highland Heights, Kentucky. So, that great state of Kentucky with that fried chicken. But I digress. It's not from there, but not that I know of, but who cares? Not called Kentucky Fried Chicken because it's from Kentucky, but from Texas, actually, I think. I don't know. Who cares? Who cares? But yeah, so AEW had a 3-hour block this past Saturday, got another 3-hour block this weekend with Collision Live and Rampage. I don't know if that's live, but we'll see what happens with that because the NHL and NBA playoffs are beginning, and if you're a New York fan, the Knicks are the number 2 seed. Who fucking cares about that? Knicks suck. And then you got the Rangers! 54 wins! And you gotta love it. Most wins since the 94 season, baby. Oh, you know what that season was? Oh, yes. Stanley Cup. 30 years ago, my friends. Gotta love it. So, Rangers look great. Panarin, the bread man, 40-some-odd, I think almost 50 goals this season. Oh, where did he come from? Holy shit, because he used to stink up the joint a lot. But Rangers are doing some good shit this year. They look unstoppable in the East right now. But, playoffs are the playoffs. So, anything can happen. You could be the number 1 team. Boston. And you know what happened last year, Boston? You got the President's Trophy, and what happened? First round, choke job. Now, a lot of Ranger fans on Twitter and on Sports Talk Radio saying the Rangers shouldn't even get the number 1 seed. I'm like, okay, let's keep the number 2 seed. We got the home ice anyway. But they don't want to get the President's Trophy for most points in the season and get the number 1 overall seed, which means home ice throughout the playoffs in the Eastern Division. But, it doesn't really matter, kind of, because of what happened last year with the Bruins having a lot of, a lot of wins and a lot of points, and what happened, 7-game series, lost to Florida in 7, and they're gone. So you can have the most points and most wins in the season, and then you're out of here. Kind of like the Dodgers last year in baseball. Had the best record. Bye-bye! So, I mean, wins and losses really don't matter in sports. You know? Just like Roman Reigns, 1,316 days undefeated. Never been pinned in a singles match. And finally, his reign ended at 13-16 to like Schmuck Cody. Walter went 6-6-6, number of the beast. And he lost to, of all people, Sami Zayn. I mean, look at The Undertaker, the GOAT of all GOATs, went 21-0 at WrestleMania. And he lost to Brock Lesnar, of all guys. So, you can have an undefeated streak, and then next thing you know, you're out. That one loss is going to hurt you for years to come. So, there you go. So, we move on with that. Alright, so our commentary team for Collision, Tony Baloney Schiavone and Daddy Magic Matt Maynard. Do you want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard? You want to know? Then go on his podcast and you can ask him yourself. Because I'm not going to tell you. I don't need to. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so we're a week away from Dynasty as of Collision. We're 6 days away as of this video from Collision. I'll be doing my Dynasty predictions coming up this weekend, so stay tuned for that on the Shadows Live channel. I believe it's episode number 26 or 27. So we got all of that. Alright, so we open Collision with the opening sequence. We got the pyro. We are live from Kentucky. And we start off with a look at the new IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, and that is the psychopath himself, Jon Moxley. They want the righty, the vile thing. So, Vaughn? You mean Vaughn? Who? Vaughn. You mean Rick Vaughn? You really want Rick Vaughn? Yeah, he's due. I see. I get it. I got one thing to say to you, Vaughn. Strike this motherfucker out! I mean, that's it. If you haven't watched Major League 1, please do. Just a bit outside. That's it. Good old Bob Uecker. You gotta love him. Alright, so we see Moxley winning the belt from Naito in Chicago at Windy City Riot. So we got that. So congrats to Moxley. We got that. And then we see the rest of the Blackpool Cuck Club, minus that guy named Wheeler Yuta, because Wheeler Yuta's the type of guy that nobody else in his own group cares about. Fuck him. That's it. So we got Claudio Castagnoli and Bryan Danielson. Yes! So they're there, they're proud of Moxley's win, but they're ready for the Don Callis family later on in the show of Kyle Fletcher, the Ring of Honor TV champion, and powerhouse Will Hobbs. So we'll get that later. But we start off with match number 1, a 6-man tag team match player. So we have Dante Martin, Matt Sydal, and Action Andretti. As Darius, oddly enough, is off getting his pilot license. So he's going to be flying some planes pretty soon. Not that he's a high flyer, but he's now actually becoming a high flyer. Meaning getting his pilot license. So maybe you might be getting on a plane that's being flown by a guy named Darius Martin. So, lucky you. Alright, so we got that as they take on the House of Black with Mr. Malachi Black, Brody King, and that guy that's banging Rhea Ripley, and that's Buddy Matthews. Alright, so this was a pretty good match to start Collision. Back and forth they went. 14-minute match. I'm not going to get into it. A lot of particulars in this match. But eventually, Get a hot tag to Darius Martin as Matt Sydal was getting the crap beat out of him. So, Dante Martin picks up the pace, hits an enziguri on Malachi Black for a near fall, and then everything breaks down. Action Andretti hits a big flippy dibbity-doo on Buddy Matthews, only to get hit with a moonsault by Mr. Malachi Black on the outside. They go back in, and the good guys hit a bunch of triple super kicks. Now that was loud. Super kicks, but then the house comes right back to even things up. Action Andretti goes for a 450 and hits it for a near fall on Brody King, but then Matt Sydal is sent into the corner. And then Brody King hits a cannonball running boots combo. 1, 2, 3. The house up block. Get the win. A pretty decent match. Then I gave 3.25 out of 5 stars. That's it. And we move on with that. That's it. Simple as that. Alright, then we're gonna look at Timeless Tony Storm. Darling! Look at my face. It's crying, darling. And my girl, Mina Shirakawa, giving Mariah May dueling kisses. Oh, I like to be in the middle of that. Ho, ho, ho. And you gotta love Mina. She's Asian. Ugh. Mina could go to town on my... Never mind. Anyway, we move on. Alright, so we saw that. Alright, then we go to, Tony Storm says, get used to what you're seeing last week, and teases kissing Mariah May again. Oh, give me that one again. But gets distracted by talk of her match with Azumi, ACM, but her name is Azumi, and Tony promises to give her a beating so intense that it will be, quote, featured in a fetish periodical. What? What are you talking about? So I guess, we're gonna have a beatdown fetish now? What is that? What is this, headshot.com? I mean, come on now. You don't know what headshot.com is? Don't go to it. Trust me, don't go to it. But I digress on that. So, we're going to see what happens later on in the program with Tony Storm and the beautiful Azumi from Stardom. And that's it. Alright, move on. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get a video on Swerve. We got that as he's preparing for his world title match with the man named Samoa Joe. And that's it. We get that. Alright, then we get to a little video with Chris Jericho, the champion, the Lionheart, following his loss on Dynamite. Well, thanks to him and Hook and Shibata taking a loss for their team against Shane Taylor Promotions. Jericho talks to Taz. Red Hook, brother. So, he talks to Taz, who says he'll try to talk to his son, Hook, for him. So, this coming Wednesday night on the program, we're going to get a segment or a video where Jericho and Taz talk about Hook. So, we'll see what happens with that. I don't even think Taz wants to, have his son be mentored by Jericho. But then again, who knows? Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Alright, then we get a nice little battle between Lee Moriarty of Shane Taylor Promotions with Shane Taylor and Anthony Gogo on commentary. He takes on the man from Japan. That rhymes. Katsuyori Shibata. The man who uses Siri to talk in English. And that's that. This was an okay match. Under 11 minutes. They go back and forth. They go to the floor. Anthony Gogo gets in a cheap shot to the ribs. Ow. And Lee Moriarty throws him back in for a near fall. We go to break, come back. Shibata gets annoyed at Moriarty for daring to chop him to death. You don't do that to him. Or a guy like Ishii. So Shibata just beats the crap out of him in the corner. Hits a running drop kick for a near fall. and Moriarty gets back up with an abdominal stretch circa 1942 until Shibata suplexes his way out of that, and then he kicks him down, hits the penalty kick, and it was good. 1, 2, 3, Shibata gets the win over Lee Moriarty to get a little bit of revenge from Wednesday Night Dynamite, and he gets the win. Match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's that. And then after the match, the big man, Shane Taylor, jumps Shibata from behind, but then they send for the man, Hook! Hook, ladies and gentlemen, the FTW champion, he comes in for the save. So, this whole thing with Jericho Hook, and Shibata against Shane Taylor, Lee Moriarty, and Anthony Ogogo continues on. So we'll see what happens Wednesday night on the program with Jericho, Taz, and Hook. Look at that. Alright, after that, we get a look at Athena retaining her Ring of Honor Women's Championship. She's almost held it for 2 years now. Holding that belt hostage, basically. Beating Hikaru Shida at Supercard of Honor. And then we saw on the same show, her minion in training, my girl, Billy Starks, winning the inaugural Ring of Honor Women's Television Championship. The real championship, not the North American Women's Championship. What do you think they got? What do you think NXT got that idea from? Oh, that's right, Ring of Honor. God damn you, Sean Hickenbottom. You damn it, HBK. Stealing everybody's ideas. Stop it. Alright, so we'll get that. Alright, then we find out that Athena is going to be facing Red Velvet from Your Mama's Kitchen at Battle of the Belts for the title. Guess who wins that? Obviously, we don't know who was going to win. Alright, we get that. And we move on with that. Whoops, I went ahead of my notes. Sorry about that. Where am I here? I went ahead of my notes. Alright, there we go. Alright, then we go to our next segment. We go to Roddy! Bragging about winning on his own and promises to do it again at Battle of the Belts against Rocky Romero S.A. for the Intercontinental title. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And Athena's little thing, I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, back to the action we go. We got the Dancing Fool. Oh, yeah. Dance. He's dancing, Dad. He's dancing. Stop it. So we got Daniel Garcia, the Dancing Fool, taking on Angelico with his good buddy Serpentico at ringside. Actually, Serpentico came out with Garcia. That's kind of weird. Anyway, wasn't a great match. Under 6 minutes, and Garcia wins after firing off some right hands in the corner. Then that's like, toe suplex, sets up the knee bar, and then Angelico does what he does best. Tap out, and that's it. And we move on with that. So nothing great there. 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, after that, we go to a promo from the Bastard Pac, thanking Okada, the Continental Champion, for accepting his challenge at Dynasty, and for hitting him in the head with a big piece of metal last week. And he's all ready for him at Dynasty. So we get that. Okada's going to win, obviously. So we move on. Alright, so I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to a non-title match with Toni Storm and Azumi. With Mariah May at ringside with Toni Storm. Anna Jay, the person with a flat ass and a mean attitude, she comes out with Azumi. It was a decent match. Nothing great. Mariah and Anna Jay fight on the floor. And then they fight all the way to the back. And then Azumi uses distraction to hit a kick off the apron. We go to break. Come back. Azumi still taking control. Get a top rope double stomp, on Toni for a near fall. But Toni goes right back with a set-up choke bomb for another near fall. And then Toni finishes her off with a really nasty-looking German suplex into Storm Zero. 1, 2, 3, timeless Toni Storm gets the win. Darling! And that's it. So she gets the win, and she's all ready for her next opponent, which is Thunder Rosa at Dynasty for the Women's Championship. After the match, Mariah May comes back out, brings in some champagne, that's champagne, after basically destroying Anna Jay in the back. So they sip some champagne, and then Toni Storm looks like she's about to kiss her again, but she licks her face. Okay? And then, it is what it is. Chin up, tits out, watch for the shoe. I love Toni Storm. She is just amazing. This new gimmick of hers is just so good. So good, and it's what it is, and that's that. Alright. After that, then we go to the funky chicken himself, the Ring of Honor World Champion, Mark Briscoe, ready to bring the violence to the House of Black with Eddie Kingston and, hey kids, it's Edge against the House of Black at Dynasty in that 6-man tag team match. Then he starts barking like a dog. Okay, what was that about? Move on. Alright, after that, so I give that 3 out of 5 stars. We see Red Velvet getting ready for Athena in her Ring of Honor Women's Championship match at Battle of the Belts. And then we hear from Thunder Rosa! Yay! She thanks the fans for having her back throughout her comeback from her back injury. She doesn't need help to win the belt, and she's talking about Deonna Purrazzo. So Thunder Rosa says, I graduated college and became an American citizen on my own, but something died inside of me when I had to vacate the women's title about a year or so ago. That hurt. Now she has another chance and will carry her friends and family with her. And she says that Toni Storm made the mistake of trying to erase the paint on her face. That was on Dynamite this past week. So now she's coming for the belt and to drag Toni Storm to hell. That's it. It's like, I'm coming for you and I'm gonna take you to hell. In a cell. No. We get that. So it was a pretty good promo from Thunder Rosa. Probably her best ever. So I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, one was done with Collision. Alright, then speaking of Deonna Purrazzo, we see her. She's fine with not helping Thunder Rosa out, but she still wants Toni Storm away from the Women's Championship. And if Thunder Rosa is dealing with one Storm, meaning Toni Storm, Deonna has to deal with the other one, meaning Mariah May, and she says, I'm gonna break her arm next week on the program. I'm like, oh boy. That's not good. And that's it. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we go to a video of the corporate bucks. Nicholas and Matthew Jackson, and FTR, fuck the revival of Cash, Clock, Wheeler, and the Axe Hardwood for the vacant tag team belts at Dynasty. And now, not only is it FTR Bucks 3, not only is it for the tag team belts, but we're gonna do it old school style. We're gonna put up a ladder, put the belts up top, and we got an old school ladder war match. Oh shit! Of course, it's the third match in a trilogy, so you would know it's gonna be a ladder match. But we get that. Obviously, I think the Bucks are gonna win. I don't think I wouldn't. I mean, as much as I'd like to see FTR win the belt for the third time, I think the Bucks will get it for the second time and have a nice long reign with it. And then them and Okada, the new Elite, baby, will just run amok for the rest of the summer. And then we'll see what happens with that. And I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Then before we get to the main event, the Don Callis family says they're here to hurt Bryan Danielson before he faces Will Oceanspray at Dynasty. So we get that. Then we go to your main event, Claudio and Danielson taking on Powerhouse Will Hobbs and the Ring of Honor TV champion, Mr. Kyle Fletcher. It was a pretty decent match. Back and forth they went. Claudio and freaking Hobbs were just beating the fuck out of each other. Not big, beefy men slapping meat, but beating the crap out of each other. Claudio breaks up what looked like a doomsday device, which left Danielson to hit a bell-to-back superplex for a near fall. As Hobbs made the save, then he saves Fletcher again from the label lock, so Danielson dives over for the tag to Claudio, who cleans house, hits the giant swing of doom on Hobbs, which was sick, goes for the sharpshooter, locks it in. Fletcher kicks Claudio in the chest, not even good enough to break up the hold. Instead, Claudio lets go to hit Fletcher with Swiss Death, and then walks right into a spine buster by Will Hobbs. And then Fletcher gets sent outside. Danielson hits a big flippy dibbity-doo, and then leaves Claudio to hit a Death Valley driver for a near fall on Hobbs. And then some clotheslines for another near fall. Fletcher grabs the ankle, and then Powerhouse Will Hobbs hits the world's strongest slam, a la Mark Henry, for a near fall. Then he grabs a chair. Oh, can't do that. And said chair is taken away. So the announcer's table is cleared off. Oh, don't hit Tony Schiavone or Matt Maynard. So Danielson ain't having any of that. Takes out Hobbs, which leaves Claudio to hit the neutralizer on Kyle Fletcher. 1, 2, 3, and over 25 minutes. Damn, this match was long. Match ends. Pretty good match. 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. So Danielson and Claudio get the win. And then after the match, they're celebrating. And then Takeshita runs in for a 3-on-2 beatdown. And the fans are chanting for Moxley. Even though he's not from Kentucky. It's close there, but it's not there. He's not there, obviously. But Claudio comes back after Takeshita hits a bling buster on the ramp onto Danielson. Ow! Lays him out, and then Claudio comes in a little bit too late with the chair, and the Donkhouse family pretty much head to the back with Takeshita, proud of what they did. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so Collision wasn't that bad, so I gave it a solid 7 out of 10 stars, and that's pretty much it. Good show. I think they got over 400,000 again. Well, a little bit low. I think it was like 419, somewhere around there. So, not bad for Saturday night. And we'll see what happens this Saturday on Collision. And that's it. Alright, let me put on Monday Night Raw, because we're about 3 minutes away. Oh, Finding What My Family's on. The Page movie's on. Ooh. Interesting. Alright, so let's quickly get to Battle of the Belts. And, same commentary team. So we get that. So then we start off with the fallout from the end of Collision. What happened with Danielson on the ramp getting brain busted on the ramp. And then Claudio tried to make the save, but couldn't. Then we go to the back. We see Hook asked about his title defense for the FTW title against Shane Taylor. And then Shibata's there with, I think it was Lexi Nair. Drew Siri says that I got your back, but Hook's like, I got this. And then Shibata says something else, and I didn't care what he said. That's it. Alright, so we get to the match. FTW rules, so it means no rules. Basically, ECW style match. Hook versus Shane Taylor by himself. Pretty good match. You know, Hook once again showed his strength, picked up the big fat man, meaning Shane Taylor, exploded suplexes. Taylor comes back with a release rock bottom out of the corner. A middle rope splash for a near fall. And Taylor can't believe it. Hook then grabs the Kata Hajime with a drop to the mat to add more pressure. And Hook just cranks back on the neck. And Paul Turner's like, hey, what's going on here? He picks up Shane Taylor's arm, and he is out like a light. Good night. That's it. So, Hook gets the win in just under 10.5 minutes to retain the FTW title, which is not even a title, but you get that. Alright, so I give it 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the back once again with, I believe, Lexi. Rocky Romero Esse is all ready for the Intercontinental title, and then we have Kyle O'Reilly Auto Parts come in and wishes him luck. And that's it. Alright, we got that. So then we go to Roddy in a non-title match. I thought it was for the title, but non-title match against Rocky Romero S.A. Alright, so Roddy comes out with the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. I'm Matt Taven, and the man who punches people in the dick and gives him a pile driver. That's Mr. Michael Kanellis Bennett, along with Barlow. So they had a pretty good match, not great, but decent. Roddy hits the sick kick for a near fall. Rocky Romero steps off a Hurricanrana into a tornado DDT. Inventive. Go up top, super sliced bread number 2 by Rocky Romero for 2, obviously. Rocky goes back up top, but dives into a jumping knee strike by Roddy. 1, 2, 3, so Roddy, is still your Intercontinental Champion in over 11.5 minutes, and that's pretty much it. Match itself was decent, 3 out of 5 stars for that. After the match, Kyle O'Reilly comes out to check on, his good buddy Rocky Romero, but then the Undisputed Era beat the fuck out of him and lay him out. I thought you were friends! I guess not. Alright, Monday Night Raw is just about to start, so I might do a little live look in. Alright, so we're outside the arena in Montreal, that shithole. I hate Montreal. Fuck Montreal, fuck the Canadians, and used to be fuck the Expos, but they're gone, thank the Lord. And speaking of Canadians, we got Sami Zayn, the Intercontinental Champion, making his way into the, he's in the back. He was all ready for Chad Gable. Sheesh! And he's looking at the Stanley Cups that the Canadians won. And now we get to the champ. Excuse me. Damian Priest. He's there. He's like giving a head nod to somebody. And now we see Cody! MDK Ole Cody, you bitch. So the Undisputed Champ is going to be on Raw to grace us with his boring presence. And then we got main event, Jey Uso. He's going to be in a match with Fiend Balor later on. See how that goes. Can we see Jacob Fatu tonight? Maybe. We'll see. And also, by order of the Tribal Chief, we're going to see what happened with Tama Tonga's debut on SmackDown. That's going to be pretty good to see. So, Jimmy is now out, thanks to the new bloodline. So we get that. And now we're going to start with Mommy! Ooh, yes. My Brutality! Oh, the epic theme song of Mommy Rhea Ripley by Motionless in White, that great band you know and love. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mommy's coming out in a sling. So it looks like she is going to vacate the belt. As per reports by Ringside News today. So, she's looking at the belt. She's not looking pleased, ladies and gentlemen. Mommy is pissed. So, it looks like she might vacate the belt and then might do a tournament. I hope not, because I hate tournaments as it is. Except for the G1, of course. So, I feel bad for Rhea Ripley right now. She's had an historic reign as champ. Not as historic as a certain girl named Nikki Bella. The Bella slut. Because that's over like 400 and some odd days. Beating AJ's record. But, Rhea's getting close to 400 days as the champ, but looks like that reign is going to end due to an elbow arm injury that she has, because she's in a sling on her right arm. So, not looking good for Mommy Rhea Ripley. Nah, I feel bad for her. I really do. But is this a ploy? Because she's supposed to possibly face Liv Morgan at Backlash in France for the World Women's Championship, but I think she's going to vacate it, and we might get a tournament or some type of match, and the winner becomes the champ. So, we'll see. Alright, let's get back to Battle of the Belts real quick. So, Kyle gets beat up by the Undisputed Era after the match, with Roddy beating Rocky Romero to retain his belt. So, got that as we go into their match at at Dynasty for the Intercontinental Championship. And I hope Kyle wins, but I mean, we'll see. Alright, then we go to back with the Professor, Serena Deeb, and talking about that she would love to face Yuka Sakazaki, meaning Yuna from Final Fantasy X, and needs to climb the rankings so they can fight. Okay. Why can't you just fight? Both of you are not really, Yuka is not really ranked. Oh, we got Adam Pearce in the ring. You know what that means? Here's your belt! I'm gonna... So, Mommy is really pissed off because the doctors have told her to vacate the one thing that means most to her, that's the championship. I'm like, fuck that! Like, I'll beat Liv Morgan with one arm, and one leg. And I'll still beat her. So that's how fighting champion I am. I did that back in the XWF. I got injured so bad. Like, I came out, my neck was all messed up, and I still won the match. Oddly enough. It was a Heart title match, too. That's the TV title of XWF, by the way. Or the Intercontinental title, whatever you want to call it. Blah, 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 blah. So Rhea Ripley just put the belt down in the ring, so you know what that means. Bye-bye title reign. Or is it? You know, she's grabbing her. I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. Stupid fucking arm! She's pissed. Oh, she is really pissed. And then we got a thank you Rhea chant. Oh, thank you Mommy chant. From the great crowd in wherever they are. In Montreal. Oh, she is major pissed. And she's like blaming Liv Morgan for it. Because of that fight that happened after Liv threw the chair. And then they had a fight, so something must have happened to her arm during that fight. Yeah, she's talking about that. Oh, she is mad at Liv. Holy shit. Somebody on that period! Oh boy. Look at that. Alright, so next week, it looks like we got Serena Deeb against Yuka Sakazaki. Or Yuna from Final Fantasy X. So we got that. And we move on. Alright, really quickly, Ring of Honor World Title match, Women's Title match, excuse me. Athena taking on Red Velvet from Your Mama's Kitchen, Billy Starks. And Lexi Nair doing the ring announcing. Pretty decent match, but obviously we all know who won this match. Athena gets the win after hitting the O-Face, the top rope stunner. And, she has to win to retain the belt. Match she gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And now, Mommy Rhea Ripley's like, if I find Liv in the back, I'm gonna kill her and something like that. And then, Liv comes out with like 10 security guards. That ain't gonna work. And Mommy goes out, tries to fight her, and then Adam Pearce is trying to, like, stop all this. Now we got 6 security guards. It looked like more than that when they first came out. It looked like 8. But... So we got 6 security guards. 3 for Rhea, 3 for Mommy. Like, that's gonna work. And Rhea's promising there's going to be hell to pay. So she didn't really vacate the belt. Because it's not in Adam Pearce's possession. Oh, she just headbutted one of the security guards. Poor that guy. I feel bad for that guy. No, I don't. So, she's looking for payback, not the pay-per-view, on... She is mad, and she almost went after Adam Pearce. And, they named one of the security guards' name was Larry Heck, or something like that. Now we have a silhouette of some guy putting on something over his... Well, it's Sheamus. I can tell from the silhouette. It's Sheamus, fella! So he's coming back to Raw. So, you know what that means. Coming up next, we got Fight Night! That's going to be good. And we'll see what happens with all that. Alright, so pretty good start to Raw with Mommy kinda, sorta vacating the belt. And then promises to get payback, no pun intended, on Liv Morgan. And then she knocks out a security guard, and then that's it. So we'll see what happens later on in the night with those two women. And then next we got Sheamus. Okay. Alright, so getting back to Battle of the Belts. So Athena beats Red Velvet to retain the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. And then after the match, her and Billy Starks beat the crap out of Red Velvet. And then Queen Amanada, the finalist in the Ring of Honor Women's TV Championship Tournament, losing to Billy Starks at Supercard, comes in for the save. And then she stares at Athena and kicks her to the floor to end Battle of the Belts. So it looks like Athena and Queen Amanada are going to fight for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship, and I think we all know who wins that. I don't think there's anybody on the roster, on the Ring of Honor Women's roster, that can beat her right now. Besides Billy Starks, they should have done way back at Final Battle. But I'm thinking Athena's going to go to the main roster, and then somebody on the main roster is going to beat Athena. Whether it be Mercedes Moné, Toni Storm, I don't know who. Somebody's going to beat Athena and become the new Ring of Honor Women's Champion and end this reign of terror by the forever champion, Miss Athena. That's it. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Alright, so Battle of the Belts wasn't that bad as well, so I get that 6.5 out of 10 stars. So let me know what you guys think of Collision and Battle of the Belts in a comment down below. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go watch the rest of Raw. I'm gonna do some other things. I'm gonna have my sister with dinner and then go to bed because I got things to do tomorrow, like work, and I gotta go get an MRI on my back tomorrow. Ugh, I'm not looking forward to that. I am not, because from the x-rays that I got, my back is shot. It's not good, guys. I'm telling you right now, I'm being real, my back is shot. I mean, it feels good now, and now it's starting to feel a little bit better, but, so, I mean, I have good days, I have bad days, but the pain, I wake up in the morning, I'm in tremendous pain, and then, you know, I might have to take a painkiller in the morning, and then I feel a little bit better. But during the day, it's like in and out. The pain is like up and down. So, but I'm still able to work. But, you know, it's a struggle at times to, you know, finish what I gotta do. And do the other things I have to do after work. Like my chores and you know, go to the grocery store and pick up some stuff. You know, it's a struggle. Just getting out of bed is a struggle too. You know. But it is what it is, you know. I'm getting older, you know, my body is not as, you know, great as it should be, but, you know. But I am exercising, I'm doing some yoga to try to alleviate the back pain and everything. DDP yoga, by the way, because it ain't mama's yoga. I'm trying to get back into DDP yoga and do some other exercises that I do at physical therapy. And, you know, try to eat a little bit better. You know, still drinking the good old Pepsi. And, you know, trying to get a little bit better, but, you know, just like, it's a little, you know, some days are good, some days are bad, some days I'm in tremendous pain, and I can barely walk. I mean, today was a rough day, because it might have been the weather, because, you know, sometimes when the weather changes, my body feels like shit. When it gets cold, it really feels like shit. So, I just gotta roll with the punches and, you know, try to just do the physical therapy that I've been doing for the last few months. And hopefully, you know, the MRI doesn't show more bad news that I already got with my, with my x-ray that showed something not good. And long story short, I got a curved spine. That's it. But, you know, with physical therapy and some exercising, you know, I'll be okay. It won't be the final solution, but we got that. All right, so now we see Mommy Rhea Ripley in the back without the belt. She comes up to the boys in the Judgment Day. She's upset, No, she had to vacate the belt, so she actually did vacate the belt. So, Poppy Priest is telling her, don't worry about it. She's saying, Poppy's telling Mommy that Liv is going to regret messing with you. And she's going to remember that you're Rhea Bloody Ripley. We love you. Get better. So Rhea's going to be out, I'd say, for a couple months. At least 2 to 4 months, depending on the severity of the injury. So, and then she tells Poppy Priest to, look after this one, meaning Dom Dom. So Rhea's going to go away to get, rehab and maybe get surgery or some type of rehab. So I would say she'll be back by maybe SummerSlam. It sucks. So I don't know what they're going to do with the Women's World Championship. Is this going to be a tournament? Or they're going to do something on Raw or at Backlash? Or even maybe at King and Queen of the Ring? Maybe the winner of Queen of the Ring gets the crown and the Women's Championship. That should be interesting. Well, we got that. Alright, now we got Sheamus Fella! In his comeback match, great reaction from the crowd. Hey, where you been, redhead? Fella! With his shoulder injury. So he's back. Still looks the same. Like he never left. Still needs a tan. Pasty white boy. Anyway, he's going to be taking on Ivar right now. So Ivar comes out, not with his skinny, tight jeans this time like he did on NXT, as he was, fighting Oba Femi for the NXT North American Championship. And no Valhalla, so that makes Mr. Mitchell Cole a little bit upset. And Pat McAfee, too. Where's the antlers? Hey, we got a Men's Warehouse freaking sponsor tonight on Raw. Hunter, you've been watching my videos there, Hunter. You've been watching. I know you do. Custom-made Men's Warehouse suits, brother. From the Men's Warehouse, which is, as always, our sponsor. So, you want to look good, just like, the men and women in the WWE? You want to go get a nice suit and look as great as them? Then go to the Men's Warehouse and tell them Peter Joseph sent you. And maybe, just maybe, you can look as great as them. But then again, maybe not. Because when I go to the Men's Warehouse, they give me the good stuff. Because when I go, they give me good stuff. You know why? Because when I go, I like the way I look. I can guarantee it. And they will too, if you go there. They might guarantee you for some of you people, but others, not so much. Not so much. You still need a... Some of you need a wardrobe. You need a whole wardrobe. You need a haircut because you look like hippies. You need a shave and a haircut, 2 bits. You need a whole wardrobe. You need a fucking life. An actual job. I mean, you just need a whole makeover. I don't even think that'll help you. But I digress on that. But it is what it is. Alright, so next week, Raw is in Columbus, Ohio. So, got that. So that's the Raw before the second, the draft on April the 29th. So that's the kind of go-home show before the second night of the draft. So next Friday begins the WWE draft where Raw, SmackDown, and NXT stars can go anywhere. Raw people can go to NXT, SmackDown people can go to NXT. NXT can go to Raw or SmackDown. Crazy, ain't it? But we got all that. Sheamus is trying for an A-Ray crash. For white noise. And I was trying to block it, but no! Oh my! We get that super white noise. Sheamus looks like he hasn't missed a beat. That's great. And that's it. Alright guys, I'm out of here. So I'm going to watch the rest of Raw. Leave me your thoughts and opinions about Battle of the Belts 10 and Collision down below in the comments section. And that's it. Please like the video. Hit that subscribe button down below. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook as well, if you dare. And that's it. Alright, I'll probably be back later tonight, guys, with your Raw review right here on the channel. But until next time, if you're not down with that, well, fuck you, man! That's it. Until then, until next time, my friends. Peace.